Since then, just 4 and 4. Starting to level out. McCall about to be harassed from behind. Ball came to Buqual and he was clubbed. And
what's a goaltend? Pretty athletic effort from Robert Franks to get to that, but another turnover. Again, we talk about you don't want to turn the ball over against Cairns, so you don't want to turn it against Adelaide. You don't want to turn it over against Cairns as well because they've got athletes.
I mean, it literally was just a 10-point deficit.
7 unanswered points here.
In a span of a minute and a half.
Yep. Karen hands over to Franks. Now Sunday Detch, who fires the 3. It's off the mark. Good fight back here from the Taipans. 3.5 played in the second. Scott's been good, has 10 points. Make that 13 points now as he ties it away. So a 10-0 run from the Taipans, and it's all come in the space of less than 2 minutes.
Pete Hooley, we talked about this before on Games Together. When they flick the switch, that's exactly what they just did since being down 10.
Yeah, exactly right. And you can't allow them to do that. I tell you what, that's DJ Hoag's 3rd foul.
Wow.
And so I think we're going to get a challenge here from Adam Ford, which I understand why. DJ Hoag, you'd expect to play close to 40 minutes. You think? I think he's asking about it. He's not going to do it. Well, smart. It looked like a foul.
Holy, but
sure he would have wanted to.
You got to be smart.
100%.
You know your MVP candidate is out.
Yep.
It is on you to step up and have a huge game. You can't get that 3rd foul.
Scott with the block from behind, a lot of contact, but he's everywhere right now.
He's flat out balling.
13 points, got a couple of rebounds and assists, and the block now. Look at this, he's sending Cleveland baseline right to Buqual. Buqual does a good job of just walling up and allowing Shannon Scott.
That's great defense.
It's great team defense as well. Buqual gets nothing credited for him for that, but he just does the team thing of just walling up and being disciplined, not fouling.
Sunday Detch with it. An offensive foul called on Adelaide.
That's called on Robert Franks. So that's a big call from Vaughan Maybury, saying that he hooked underneath before the contact from Wardenberg, which you thought was coming. Have another look here. Robert Franks gets underneath. That's a great call. That's a fantastic call. You see Robert Franks with the left arm go underneath the bicep of Wardenberg before Wardenberg ends up throwing him. Vaughan Maybury's in a great spot to see that.
They need to get Franks involved. He's taken just 1 shot in the game. He's their leading scorer, and he's coming off that game the other night when he did not take a 3-point attempt in the game for the first time this season. Inside they move the ball now, and miss there from Davey, which would have put the Taipans back in front. So it comes to Cleveland, who's been the go-to man, this time off the mark. Scott, quick outlet pass. He's got McCall hovering. They've scored 12 unanswered points here to take the lead.
Just a fantastic effort by Taipans.
Lob pass inside from Clarkland for Sotto was off the mark, and here come the Taipans once more. Lob pass this time controlled well there by Wardenberg to McCall. Can't finish it. They keep it alive.
They're just more hungry right now, the Taipans. This is the way they love to play.
Wardenberg, shot clock to red numbers, turns around. He's off the mark. And did a good job there to work it out of court off Adelaide.
And that can't happen. Adelaide's got to come up with that rebound. And same with that outlet pass, as you see here. This is the touchdown pass to McCall. But the one after that, a little dump-off pass. You've got to run back and help each other out.
It's just great energy, hustle, and effort is what they're doing against Adelaide. Oh, beautiful. Another fake handoff that leads to a dunk.
Now 14 unanswered points here from the Taipans. It's unraveled quickly for Adelaide, who led it 30-20. And off the mark once more.
That's not a good shot. That's a contested 2. The ball hasn't got through hands, and what you do is let Cairns continue to pile this on the way they're playing.
McCall around the perimeter. Buqual dangerous from deep. Can't get it done on this occasion. Davey getting after it, but can't keep it alive.
Adelaide just got lucky that possession because Buqual, we all know, is a knockdown 3-ball shooter. And Detch goes under on that screen.
Remember, all these minutes are without DJ Hogue on the floor as well.
Little over 4 minutes out from half-time. Detch with it, harassed by Bull Quoll. It's dried up for Adelaide. They have not scored here for 3 minutes as Clark goes to Johnson. Shot clock to 5 against Majukdeng. Hands over, Detch fires. This time can't get it to go.
Not the worst thing if you're up, and just speaks to the depth of talent that this team has. It would have been an interesting halftime speech from CJ Bruton. No doubt about it. 8 turnovers apiece, so that doesn't really jump off the table.
Here's Hogue. Those foul problems can't get going just yet. Now 1 of 5 from the field. Sotto hands over to Sunday Detch. Adelaide back to their original 5, and they look inside Sotto against McCall with a height advantage. He's too crafty. That's why he's top 3 in the league in steals, Tashir McCall, and he wants to go coast to coast as well. Muscles his way down to the baseline, can't convert.
I love that from Tashir McCall.
7-2.
The pass fake, and he does not bite, and in the end just says, you know what, I'll take your cookies, I'll take your lunch. I'm down the other end.
That literally was like under 13 play. Under 13's defense right there.
For real.
Here's Franks against Hogues, playing with 3 fouls, and he elects to fire over the top.
Well, that's a bit of frustration. No doubt about it. You're right. DJ Hogue's got 3 fouls, trying to put him in a situation he doesn't want to get his 4th, and he bails him out because he's frustrated he hasn't got enough shots up.
Cairns hands over. Sunday Detch baseline. Switches to the left hand from close range. Can't convert. Giving up opportunities here, and a chance at the other end for Wartenberg. His shot is off the mark. So the first 90 seconds is scoreless here since half-time. Alley-oop play. High percentage finish there from Kai Sotto, who gets his first point since quarter time.
And Cairns Taipans need to pick the ball up higher. Great pass, great finish.
Adelaide back in front as McCall misfires. Here's Sunday Detch. Franks joining in. McCarron on the other wing. Sotto the trailer.
Great job there from Shannon Scott to front. Robert Franks, he's got the ball now. I'll tell you what, I might not have caught it, but down the other end. So they're going to go under to Jim McCall wherever he is on the floor. But CJ Bruton was screaming to Robert Franks to carry a hand. Because, yes, you want him to shoot that ball, but you just don't want it to seem like it's lazy defense. You still want to show the intent of contesting it, even though you're more than happy to live with that jump shot. Because if your hands are down, if you're just going to go through the motions and slide underneath the ball screen hoping he shoots it, then the rest of the team might just take that step back off the defense as well, and that's not what you can afford to do.
So Franks, 77% free throw shooter this season for Adelaide. It's his first score in the game after almost 2 minutes of the third. McCall's just hit 7 threes this season at 21%, so give him that shot. And so many times we see a player get his first points after a delay from the free throw line, and he goes on from there. Adelaide have now scored the first 4 since halftime.
What Adelaide need to do is continue to find Franks early in this game. What Cairns need to do is continue to play the same defense on him that they were playing.
Here's Scott. Handing over, slow pass. Wartenberg bounces into Kai Sotto, who's going to be called for the foul.
That's where Sam Wartenberg might have a little advantage. Putting the ball on the floor, getting around Kai Sotto, around the rim. Advantage Sotto. 3-point line, putting the ball on the floor. Test out his agility.
First foul for Kai Sotto, who is the only Adelaide player this season to foul out of a game. Brisbane has 7 different players who have fouled out, which is the most. Cairns has 9 occasions where a player has fouled out, which is the most. Well done, Cleveland, to get it to McCarron in the open court. Nothing on offer there. Franks wide open, comes up with a triple. Adelaide has scored 7 unanswered points to start the second half, and Cairns need timeout.
And that is just...
Single game matters.
Yeah.
And the only one that probably doesn't is Dillawarra. That means nothing for them. And you get that out of the way. Every other team is fighting to stay in the play-in tournament or get to the play-in tournament or get in top 2.
I know something you both don't know.
Oh, what?
Perth Wildcats run home is the hardest.
Well,
is the hardest.
They're going to have their hands full then as Wartenberg misfires 1 of 2 from deep. So just 5 threes in the game here for the Taipans. And Two of those came in the opening quarter as we go courtside to Joe Healy.
Yeah, just been listening into the Adelaide huddle throughout the game. Really upbeat, really good leadership from the likes of Mitch McCarron, Antonius Cleveland, Ian Clark as well. They're obviously really happy with the way that they've started this half, as they will be there. But the message from CJ just then was, don't let it drop. Let's carry this momentum and put our foot down.
Well, they've scored 9 unanswered points out of half-time. 3.5 minutes played, and finally Cairns get their first score of the second half.
Good little 1-2 game. On the guards, McCall and Shannon Scott.
So 3.5 played in the third.
I know you got the numbers there, Cora. I want to hear it.
Hold on, let me see what's going to happen right here before I go to my
McCarron
notes.
from the foul line, off the mark. Scott grabs the rebound.
I'm going to wait till a dead play.
Hogue, bounce passes, good one. Wardenberg just hustled out of the points, but is off to the free throw line.
Great cut to the basket. Good find by Hogue. Wardenberg loving his energy. He's been really active in this game. Beautiful cut. Cut hard. You get open. Sure, he would have loved to make that.
That's the activity of the Taipans.
Yep.
Very rarely stand still. When they do, you know things are.
Watching. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na ito ay mag-subscribe ka na sa ating channel. Paki-follow na rin ang ating Facebook page, Utak Pilipinas. Again, this is D Sports TV. Paalam.